Do you have a dog? Do you like dogs? Do you like to draw dogs? If so, that's perfect, because today we're going to draw this guy right here. And if you would like to learn how to draw this easy cartoon dog, stay tuned right now.
Here we go! Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends. It's time for Wonder Friends Show! Yeah, right!
Okay, friends, let's have some fun drawing this cartoon dog. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw, I'm gonna draw, I should say, with this fat Sharpie. If there's something that you would like to draw with, feel free. Anything will work. And remember, if you think that you're gonna draw just like me, you're not. You're gonna draw just like you, and that's pretty awesome. I'm just giving you some tips. This is a great way to learn how to draw, copying off of me, making it your own. That's what's cool about it. So if you feel like you messed up though, just rewind a tape. It's okay. Start over, no big deal. We're still gonna be at the same spot. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna start with our page sideways, just like this. And make sure you give yourself enough room, because we're gonna make this little doggy kind of hopping across the page. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a line just like that. It's just like a backwards J, right? And we're gonna just do a little, we're just gonna loop it around. Have some fun. Just it's like a weird C kind of shape that goes across there. And then we're gonna bring another one, big one, back this way. All right, and then where we stop right there, we're just gonna make a little squiggly, and I want you to bring it around town. All right, just like that. And then a line just like this. So you can see now we've got kind of the body of the little pooch, right? Now, if you're like me, kind of run out of room a little bit. I'm all the way down at the bottom. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some little stubby legs on so that it fits. Doesn't have to be that this is a real, like this dog would not be able to move on those tiny legs. That's okay. No big deal. And we're going to put a line like this for a tail. Now, if you maybe have a dog and you want to put a tail like your dog has on there, go for it. Like change the tail any kind of way you want. If you want to put a fluffy one on there, or a fire tail, or a no tail, or whatever kind of tail, go for it. And I'm going to put two little bloops on the back there. I call them bloops. I guess when they're little like that, think of it like a little line, like a bloop line. I don't know, maybe. And then for the tongue, now here's where I want you to get comfortable with the idea that you're drawing with a marker so you can't erase. Sometimes we get worried about if I make a mistake, the drawing's ruined. It's not the case here. What we're going to do is we're just going to accept the fact that our line is going to overlap another line and be alright with that. So what we're going to do is just make a line just like that. Now, nobody's going to pay attention to this and nobody's going to care. And I'm going to put a little line in the middle of that just to kind of show the center of the tongue. And then we're going to draw just this line right there. And that's really to close it off and color that in. And now we get to the inside of the mouth. You know, sometimes we get worried about, like, when we make mistakes when we're drawing, that there's, we're not good enough, or I'm not good at this, and we can get really discouraged in that process. I really want you guys to get comfortable with the idea of that, like, perfect doesn't exist. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's fine. In life and in drawing, everybody does, because you're human, okay? That's how it works. And if for ears here, guys, we want to do some, like, little squiggly lines. Because, like, he's running. So, like, let's just make some fun little, like, lines like that. Now, if you prefer to make some different kind of ears, I'm fine with that too. And I'm going to draw just a couple little hairs on top just to kind of close off that shape right there. Now, as we address the nose of our character, we're just going to put a 0 right there on the end. And we're going to just color that in. All but just a little bit. I want you to leave a little chunk there. And we're going to show you when we start to color this why this part, leaving a little opening, adds a little more character to your character here. And then we're also going to make a collar on it. Just going to do that by just connecting. Make sure when you hit the tongue there, you stop right there and pick it up on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing with a parallel line that runs along the bottom of it. And we're just going to put a circle there. Okay? And that little circle is like a dog tag. Since my name starts with a J, I'm going to put a J right there. Feel free to put your initial there, or you can put a J if you want. Up to you. And then for eyeballs, we're just going to put 2 zeros right next to each other. Just like so. And then I'm going to put little dots right there. Just like that. All right, guys, now for some bros, I think that this dog should have some really thick eyebrows. I don't know why. It just seems like the kind of dog that would have some thickies, some real thick eyebrows up in there. So I'm going to do that. If you want to change yours up a little bit, feel free. I just think that some big chunky eyebrows looks kind of funny, all that good stuff like that with this one. Okay, and then as we start to get close to coloring it, if there's any extra details that you want to put in, you can always, if you have a thinner marker like one of these, you can add those little details in there that makes it a little easier when you have a thinner marker to do those types of things. Or even if you have a even other thinner marker that's even thinner than this, you know, these are great opportunities to add details, things like that. Now don't forget, because you are coloring with like a Sharpie, you can always add details after you get your character colored in. So don't stress out about those things. So what we have now is we have the workings of a cartoon dog that we can color in. And I have some colors that I've already picked out, but we're gonna fast forward the video so you don't have to sit here and watch me color, and we're gonna fast forward that right now. Okay, friends, as we start to wrap this up, we can add in, like I said before, any little details that you want in with these fine point markers. And you might notice that, like, I took my colored pencil and I added like little hair textures in here. This is just a great way to add a little bit of extra depth to your drawings, things like this. Now, it's important to understand, I didn't sit here and just draw each individual hair. You can draw like little tiny chunks of hairs, and then your brain has this amazing ability to kind of fill in the whole part of the rest of it. You know, I don't have to tell you that this dog has fur, because you kind of know dogs already and they have fur. So that's a great way that you can kind of get around those types of things like this. But you can add in extra little details all over the place with using this. Now, other thing is, you'll notice that I've went outside the lines on a lot of this stuff. That's fine. This is the cool part about all of this stuff, is that you do go outside the lines. To me, I think that going outside the lines when you're drawing is a great way to just show that a person made it, right? It was done by a person that just got lost maybe in it, had some fun with it, stuff like that. So if you feel like you've made a mistake like that, you're okay. Trust me, it's fine. I did the same thing, and I think that it looks pretty cool when you do those things. So last thing is, make sure that you sign your name to this so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. You know what's kind of cool about dogs? I think dogs are cool because no matter what, they think that you're cool. No matter if you, I don't know, if they haven't seen you for a week, they think that you just walked out the door. Or maybe that you just walked out the door and then you walk back in and they think you've been gone forever and they are so happy to see you. Now, I don't own a dog, but I do love being around dogs. I think dogs are a lot of fun. Now, here's also the thought. What if you were like that with friends? What if you were happy to see your friends, even if maybe you were having a bad day? Was there a way that you can change somebody else's day by being happy to see them? Maybe change the way that you think when you see somebody, instead of thinking like, oh, not this again. You maybe just say like, well, what if I'm having a bad day? Wouldn't I want somebody to do something nice for me? And that's a really great way to show somebody else that you think about them. Some people have a bad day and they're waiting for your magic just to change the way that they're feeling. And guess what? Here's the cool part. When you do something nice for somebody else, you feel pretty good too. So, Wonder Friends, until I see you, be the weird that you want to see in the world. See ya!
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!